know, there are a couple people who they're actually traveling, so they weren't sure if they were going to be able to get on right at 5 o'clock, but they can join us. So we'll start. First of all, I want to welcome you guys here. Thank you. I see Kohler family, Rush family, Tolman family. Thanks for joining us and taking some time out of your day. We're happy to welcome you, our Scholar Circle members and other donors, to this virtual STEM event. Before we get started, just a little bit about PCEF. We lead the community in funding initiatives that inspire all Park City students to successfully reach their academic and lifelong potential. We've been around since 1986, and we exist because Utah is the lowest funded public education system in the country. So the things that parents and students and teachers need and want and expect out of our public education system, it's a harder thing to do in Utah. So that's why the Ed Foundation exists, and we can only exist thanks to you. Like the rest of the world, the pandemic has caused a shift in our work, but the silver lining is that we can gather together like this without having to get in our cars and go somewhere. Tonight, you'll get a peek at a STEM lesson given by our after-school STEM teacher, Jill Kopish. This is one of many STEM programs funded by you, our Scholar Circle members. I do want to welcome also Anna Stampley, if you want to wave Anna. She is the district's new parent engagement and communication coordinator. Community education coordinator, excuse me. And so anytime, if you have questions that have more to do with Park City School District rather than PCEF, Anna is the person to reach out to. So I wanted you guys to see her there in the Zoom box. Dr. Gilday sends her best. She could not join. She had another commitment tonight. And our executive director, Abby McNulty, also has another commitment this evening, but they all send you their best. My colleague, Mitch Van Putkammer, is on the call too. And if you have technical difficulties, please feel free to reach out to him in the chat. A couple housekeeping, we are going to record this event. There were many people who couldn't make it tonight and asked us to record to do the lesson later, so we're doing that. I'm going to assume you guys all know how to do the microphone and the chat and the camera. Please feel free. We're such a small group, typically would say put questions in the chat, but go ahead and, use that hand icon or just say something out loud because we're a small group if you have questions as we go. And with no further ado, then I would like to introduce our after-school science STEM teacher, Jill Kopish. A little bit about Jill. This is her 4th year of doing after-school STEM and science. She is a licensed teacher. She also works as a substitute teacher. She's been the science specialist at Jeremy Ranch. She's been a science aide at Ecker Hill. She's worked in a lab at the John Moran Eye Center doing vision research, worked on 6 scientific papers. She loves science and thinks it's the most awesome thing in the world. So Jill, I'm going to turn it over to you to start the lesson.
Hi there. Today we're going to do a STEM lesson. Reminder, STEM is an acronym. It stands for S is for science, the T is for technology, E is for engineering, or as I tell the kids, building, and the M for math. We don't focus hard on the math there, but it sneaks in there every once in a while there. So our challenge today is called the Nest Aloft Challenge, and it's one I developed here. With this challenge, your student will build a simplified tree or platform to hold up a nest of eggs. So for the younger ones, their nest is the bowl. And for our 4th through 6th graders, their nest is a little more precarious here on this plate here. You will use only the materials that are provided with minimal parental help. The structure needs to be freestanding, which means that you can't use your hands or the wall or anything else to hold it up. And the eggs must stay in the nest. We'll see who can have their nest stay up in their tree or platform structure. And it doesn't have to look like a tree. That's not the aim of this. the aim of this is to have your nest stay up and have it stay on its own here. And hopefully we'll be able to see some of the structures that are built and do a good job, and we'll get those in the upcoming newsletter. Hopefully everybody has their supplies here. The skewers, the parents, if you're nervous about the points on these, you can go ahead and break those off. Also, you have your popsicle sticks, which now my day and age, these were pipe cleaners. Now they're calling them fuzzy sticks. And of course, your tape here. I didn't want to have too strong a tape. If you use your duct tape, it gets really hard to tear, especially for the younger ones. So I thought the masking tape would be good and it wouldn't cause too much damage here. If
Jill,
I could, I would,
Miss Kopish, I'm going to break in just a minute. You're
Sure.
a little to the right. So I know on my screen, maybe it's your left hand. I can't see the whole, like when you're holding up the bowl with the eggs in it, I just barely see it. So just want to be sure you're a little more in the center.
A little more. Okay, wait a minute. There. Sorry, I think we got opposites going on these. All right, so there's the bowl. And there we go. There's the okay.
Uh-oh, we're having freezing Zoom issues. Oh, Jill, I'm sorry. Is Jill frozen just for me or for everybody?
For me too.
For me too.
Sure.
No. Jill, it might be that you might have to log out and then log back in because you're not coming unfrozen, and you might be at that point where you have to go off and come back in.
Not the
Oops.
Sorry, I think we got opposites going on these. All right.
All right. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Boy, the best laid plans doesn't always work with Zoom, as you know, so please have patience with us. Sorry, guys. This makes us all happy that we're mostly not in remote school anymore. So maybe, you know, Van and the other families, do you want to come on and say hi to us really quickly so we can see your smiling face? Good to see you.
The Tolman
Okay.
is a little loud, so we'll keep it on mute for a while, but
That's right.
Hi.
Hi. Good to see you. Oh, looks like Miss Kopish is coming back.
Hello.
All right, you're back.
All right, am I here? I'm sorry, I live in the mountains, and when it snows, it just wreaks havoc on our internet here. Oh, good, we got some little ones here.
Yes, it's so fun to see everybody who's taking part in the lesson. Hi, I think we have someone all the way from Washington, D.C. Is that correct? Oh, Colette, you're on mute.
Yes, I'm Abby's mother-in-law, and these are our neighbors, Cal and Scarlett. Unfortunately, we're busy.
Okay, well, that's great. All right,
Yeah.
it's great to see your faces. So Miss Jill, let's try again.
Okay. Do you want me to start from the beginning again about what we're doing? Or?
Yeah, we just had that the eggs weren't either in a plate or a bowl.
Okay. So with this challenge, you're building a simplified tree or structure to hold your nest of eggs up. Eggs do not normally, for birds, please stay on the ground. So for the younger ones, K through 3, we have our eggs in our bowl. And 4 through 6, your nest is a little more precarious here. You have your eggs on one of these plates here. Now, the structure has to be freestanding. That means that you cannot help it stay up. You can't use your hand. And 4 through 6, you're all. And the eggs must stay in the nest. And we will see who can build theirs to hold it up and have it freestanding, and hopefully get some pictures of downs to keep it up. A reminder, we have the bamboo skewers. And if those points make you nervous, you can go ahead and snap those off. We've also got the popsicle sticks. The fuzzy sticks, also known as pipe cleaners. These are really great. You can bend them. You could wrap them around things to hold them together. If you want things to really stay together, you have your masking tape here. Okay, I'll go over the instructions just for K through 3. So if you're kindergarten, first, second, or third grade, again, we're going to ask the adults to give minimal help. You can help hold stuff, maybe help them tape stuff together, but let them give direction on how they want to. We've also got the popsicle sticks. You can use for kindergarten through third grade, you can pipe cleaners, you can use your tape, you can tape your structure to the work surface. So if it seems like it wants to fall, you can tape it down to the table there. Again, it has to be freestanding. You do not have to use all of your materials there, but you cannot. So if you're kindergarten first, but you cannot add any additional materials into the bowl here. And you can't put anything over the eggs to let them hold them in. You can make holes in the nest here if you want to stick something through them. And we are not using the yardstick or the measuring tape, and that would not be part of your build. So you wouldn't use your ruler and try to use it to hold up your eggs. That's a no-no. Nor are the scissors part of the build. You can't tape your scissors in there too. I've had scissors part. Some kids want to do that. Any questions, K through 3?
So Miss Jill, are they taking their materials and trying to do something to hold the bowl, the nest of eggs up? Is that what they're trying to do?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
You want something to hold it up and not have it fall over.
So using your skewers or your popsicle sticks or your pipe cleaners, you're building something to hold up that bowl.
And yep. The K through 3, I will allow them to tape the structure to the table to help hold it up. However, 4th through 6 are not allowed that luxury. Theirs has to be completely freestanding. You can use the tape on your structure, nor are the scissors part of the luxury. But you cannot tape it to the surface that it's going to be on. That's the main difference there between. And so you've got one looking at me through the tape there. So again, for 4th through 6, in case you were kind of tuned out there, again, minimal. Let your child do the direction. Let them come up with their design. Hopefully, as they're doing this, they might discover that something isn't quite and not have it fall. And yeah, I will with their design. Hopefully, as they're doing this, they change it a little bit. It must be free. They're standing. You can use the tape on. You have to use all your material I'm looking at me too, but say 4 through 6 in case you are kind of help there. Let your come up with their design. Hopefully eggs or under the eggs, I'm trying to hold them on the nest here, nothing over the eggs. You can poke through the nest as part of your structure to hold up the nest if you wish. Parents, if you're nervous about, and no teeth over the eggs or your children poking holes there, that would be a good point for you to jump in and nest help there. Again, the yardstick, we're not going to use that, and that would not be part of the build, nor are the scissors. You could cut things if you want. Would not recommend them on the popsicle sticks. Most scissors, this will break. This will break when you try to cut popsicle sticks. Any questions?
I see that someone has just put their nest on a cup, which I think is.
We're not going to use that.
See,
and that would not be. That's
yes.
adding a material. Maybe on the adding a material. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Go ahead
I
and
think
build,
that seems pretty hard, building a nest, you know, with
adding a
just the
material.
sticks or the skewers.
the
And
rest of
Miss
it on
Jill,
the-
what
Go ahead and build.
are some of the principles that we're learning about as we build this today?
Well, we're working on problem solving. We have the problem of how do we get the nest up and how is it going to stay and not fall over. We're also, this is part of the engineering process where you have a problem and you come up with the ideas about how you think you might solve it. You build and you try it out, and usually you end up having to redesign a little bit and then try again.
Right,
If
it's
you were,
okay.
if we had,
It's okay if it doesn't work the first time or second or third, right? You got to keep trying.
as they say, you learn more from your failures than your successes. And actually, after you've had a few failures, your successes feel even better.
Definitely. Does anyone have any questions for Miss Jill, or everyone's just working on making their nest, getting it up off the table and into the air so the birds can be safe?
It doesn't have to be very tall. If you feel safer having it closer to your work surface, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be way up in the air.
And Miss Jill, how often do you get to each of the elementary schools to teach a STEM lesson in the after school program?
So I rotate through one every week. So Wednesdays are usually a STEM challenge, and Friday I tend to focus on science. Let's see, this week I'm at Harley's. Next week I'll go to Trailside. So it averages out about once a month. However, with the month being a little longer, I'm seeing Trailside, in a sense, 2 weeks.
Lucky Trailside.
They jumped in there. They wanted all my first go at things. So they're my guinea pigs.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm trying out new lessons each time, and they quickly help me figure out if I need to add some extra rules to things or not.
So when you do the lesson, do you learn as you go as well?
I do. I've learned that the kids will try to find ways around things, like with this build here, they would be like, well, can I use the yardstick or the measuring stick as part of the build there? They would want to do that. Some are like, okay, can I have more popsicle sticks? And I'm like, no, what you have is what you get to work with. I learn a lot about the kids. Some of them have problems with competitions, so we have to be careful sometimes there. They are learning about cooperation and working together, and sometimes I learn a lot with their best friends. Serve them with their best friends, so they have to learn to get along with someone else.
How is it going out there?
Oh, I see one
Ooh,
brush that looks kind of like a oh yeah, like a table there. Good idea.
wow, I like it. Everyone's working very hard.
Can I explain how mine's gonna work? Once you
Yes,
put
we'd love.
popsicle sticks on these things, this is not working. You put pipe cleaners down and attach pipe cleaners there, so it kind of stands up easily.
I see.
Now, do you think you're going to have to tape yours to the table?
I'm not taping mine to the table.
No, I guess not.
Okay.
Oh, why don't you show me yours?
Okay, but it's leaning. You gotta distribute the weight. You gotta distribute the weight.
Let me move this so she can see.
Yeah, so we can see. Oh, there we go.
Daisy.
You might need to tape that to the table, Larry. I'm sorry. I'm not taping it to the table.
I love how everybody's
Maybe
determined
you
not
need
to.
more. I think I need more of these things. I can give you my extra one. Was it? Well, I do something. Actually, I might need that one.
Want me to-
So yes, at the
Okay.
Rush family.
Here,
Oh
you can
yeah,
have both of them.
that.
You can have
Look
both
at
of these. I'm not
that.
using
Oh,
them. Yeah, I think
wow.
I need two more.
Oh, show us again. No,
job.
show us again.
Okay, but we need to find one that's the same length as this one. This one's too short.
That is holding really well at the Rush family. And look at the Kohler family. Ooh, look at that design.
It's like
Maybe if we do this.
Okay.
And it looks like the Tolmans, there's so many designs going on. You'll have to put your computer up close so we can see each one.
Let's see, I need another piece of tape. Whoa, don't let it. Don't let the tape. I just need the tape for a sec. Okay. Yeah, we might need a scissors. No.
Oh, it's starting to stay now.
Hey, yeah, it's sort of.
There, got
Sort
three
of,
eggs.
but just in case we can.
Van, is that staying up all by itself almost?
wow.
Almost
This is what
done.
I love the creativity that they have. I'll think of things one way and they will think of much more than I didn't think about.
Because it's been a book.
Everyone has done such a different design. I love it.
Here's mine so far. Take the plate so they like this right to the plate here so they stay. Because this one's probably
Nice, using the
And I
lip of it.
it on
Very
this one and it works very well.
good job.
So, Larry, I need the tape. I still need the tape. I just need two more. I'm just cutting out 3.
Oh, I see the Tolman family. I see, look at that. It's like a tower in the red cup. That's really cool. Thank you for showing us. We couldn't see on the screen until right now. I'm taking pictures of these to show in our newsletter in April.
I don't know if you can see it, but on the wall behind, I have hung the picture from the art class we did a few weeks ago with PCEF.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it's STEAM, right? Science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
Yeah.
It's going to make the world go around. And at the Rush family, we see one of you working very hard on your design. Very cool.
Need the paper, Larry. Wait, almost okay. The scissors. Here we go. Need more tape. Whoa. Okay. Thank you, Madam. Waiting pants.
Oh, it's so close, Van.
Um,
What some of the
Take it.
others are doing. It's a screen here.
Miss Jill, are your classes this quiet when they're working away on your projects?
Oh, no, no. And this is a little different because usually, they're partnered up with somebody. And
Yes.
lots of trying different things,
This
stuff
is
falling at
what-
times on the floor.
Gonna want
Oh, look at, what are we looking at the Tolman family? There's another design. It looks quite fancy. Oh, look at that. My goodness.
I'm gonna show
Can you
them.
put some legs in it now?
Can I hold on? I'm just gonna make one more because I already got two more pieces of tape. Oh, I'm
Still building?
still balancing it. Okay. I may have
Is it-
gotten too much tape.
Is it hard to work on the balance, everybody, to get it to balance and
Yeah.
not fall down?
Especially mine. Mine is a table. This is a tricky table here.
I see someone going, yes, yes, or, doing this. Not sure if they're happy or frustrated.
That's part of it. You have to try not to get frustrated, but just
Mhm.
keep at it.
Let me go back to us so I can actually see.
That's right. And then can we all have some Easter eggs?
Oh,
So I can see what we're doing in this one, please.
there.
There.
Oh, good. Here, let me put you on the screen. You can see.
Oh,
Good job.
show those both on the screen there, Colette, if you can get them both in there.
Okay. Let me, why don't you come over here, Ollie? And then she can see both of you.
There. All right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's balancing. Yep.
Thank goodness for masking tape.
Yeah, the masking tape helps a lot. Tape helps.
Yes.
How much
Oh,
is down here? Oh, be careful. Did you
wow.
eggs fall out? Did you see
I'm looking at the Tolman family. There is a very pretty fancy one right there. And let's see, Brush family, we can't see your design. We see your smiling faces, but not your design. Oh, cool. Super cool. Yeah, hold that there for a sec. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
That is,
No.
Miss Jill, these are all so different.
Yeah, I'm like scrolling across the top. I hadn't been able to see the Tolmans there, and I'm curious. I'd love a zoom on that.
Why the Tomans are? What are they talking about?
Oh, that one of the other families is on the. That's also.
Oh, those look.
Oh, there they
I
are.
love all these families doing more than one. That's wonderful.
Now, with the Rush family, it looks almost like an Easter basket. Am I not seeing this right?
Let's
With the
see
little
if
arch
this
over the top?
You can get- Not the same.
Oh, Van, you did it.
Yay!
Look at that.
Yes.
I'm so proud of all of you. You've done a really good job.
Yes.
You really have.
Orange. Yellow. Mine is
Now
not
it looks like people have built their basic one and now they're just making it decorative.
Little artist seeping in there. That's fine.
I love
The
it.
project first.
See, I'm just gonna keep weaving these around and see what happens.
Let's stand it up now.
I tried.
All right, Mitch, is there a way, or do people need to speak so that we can get that speaker view to get a big screen so I can get a picture of each one, each family? What do we need to do here?
You could pin their image, so with the ellipsis right above their photo, and then hit pin to screen.
Got it. Okay. So
Trying to get
families,
all of them to the top, so
if you can make sure
I can hold that. Maybe
if you can make sure your designs are in the screen view, and then I can get a picture of them.
If you click view and go to gallery view, you can see like a grid of everyone's screen.
I do have that, but I want to get like right now you're speaking so I can see you bigger, which is what I need. So there we go. Yes. Okay. And we'll go to the Tolman family. Oh yeah, that's helpful. Now you're not tiny on my screen.
Very tiny on our screen.
Excellent. Thank you. And then let's see. Oh, yeah, there's yours, Goodman family.
I'm still working on mine.
Okay.
I need some balancing things.
All right, and the Rush family, I'm getting a big picture of yours. That's great. Okay, wonderful. All right, does anyone have any questions for Miss Jill about this project or anything that you felt about it, if it was hard or easy or confusing?
One thing I like to ask is if I could give you one more item in your building kit here, what would you want it to be and why?
Balancing another plate so I can put this on.
Have another thing?
Hot glue. Hot glue.
Are we allowed to have only 3?
Well, that would be, you can use more if you want.
Mrs. Jill, I would have liked to hear more bird sounds.
Okay, that's better. No, wait,
Very good.
it feels as much as a
Coleman family seconds the hot glue. But then it wouldn't be a STEM project.
Yeah, I can't make it
Okay.
too easy.
Any other ideas for Miss Jill for the project?
Do you have any other ideas for her girls? The project, what would help you?
It's kind of like calming, but in a hard way. Look, this is like commenting when you're blaming a unit and you don't have to. Doing it.
So
I don't know.
are we about done? I think it's okay to end a little early. This has been so fun for me to watch you guys. I'm so glad you put your screens on rather than having the black screens. Mitch, if we can go back to the presentation a little bit, Miss Jill had several videos that she did last spring, when we were all in lockdown, about projects you can do at home, and we'll make sure those get up on our Pcef YouTube so that you guys can look at it, because there's a lot of fun projects on there. She did one right after the earthquake last year that was a good lesson on earthquakes. So once again, Pcef, we do fund a bunch of STEM programs in the Park City School District as well. These are our 8 core programs that your donations fund. Preschool, the elementary visual arts program, after school, Bright Futures, Pcef. These are the STEM programs that your donations fund this year. So, you know, parents, grandparents, we can't thank you enough. PCEF was actually started in 1986 when a science teacher asked for a grant to send 2 of her kids to space camp at Stanford. So she needed $2,000 and the community raised that. And that's how PCEF was born. So we were born on STEM for sure. You can see the coding, the elementary coding program, which was started in 2015, that was funded by PCF, and we still help fund that K through 12. The maker spaces at Parley's Park, Ecker, and Treasure Mountain, Wild Wonders at Trailside, the program for academic challenge and enrichment materials, Jill and all her activities, that's funded by donors, the visual art and design class at Ecker, PCCAPS, the award-winning robotics program at the high school. The high school, the robotics program in Park City is the only program that has sent 3 teams to Worlds in the United States. And we also support the Park City High School Technology Student Association competitions. So there is a giant pathway for STEM from K through 12 in the Park City School District. When we send out this recording, we will send out all the information about the STEM pathways in Park City School District and how you as donors support that. And unless there's any other questions, we just want to thank you. We hope you had fun for spending your time with us this evening. If you want to keep in touch, we really encourage you, if you're on social media, to follow us on Instagram or Facebook. You'll see posts about this activity in the next couple of weeks. Please go to our website, pcfforkids.org. And again, we can't thank you enough for your support. We can't do programs like this without you guys. So have a wonderful evening, and we'll hopefully see you in person in the not too distant future. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.